Hey trumpet players, Jeff Lewis here. I just wanted to talk about the embouchure and some concepts that have been helping me and helping my students, particularly the beginning students who never played trumpet before and are trying to figure out this whole mouth placement into the mouthpiece. There are a lot of different ways to play the trumpet, and if something's not working, I always recommend trying them all, right? And just being focused on the process. So there seem to be very few truths to playing the trumpet, and a couple of them are air. You have to have good air, right? Got to blow air to make a sound on the trumpet, right? And how you use the air and the consistency of the air. And that's another subject. Always, number two would be always try to play with as good of a sound as you can, like pretty attractive, big, nice sound, right? And the other one is play with an open throat. I would say all teachers and trumpet players would probably agree on these three things. Good sound, good air, and keep your throat open, right? But as far as embouchure placement, everybody's different. Our teeth configurations, our lip configurations, our lip sizes, jaw, mouth, tongue, it's all different. We're all different. We all look different, right? So one way of playing may not work for another player. So let's think about, let's say in your fourth grade, and it's your first day playing trumpet. Right? And you don't know anything about trumpet. You've never seen anybody play trumpet, and nobody showed you. So you pick up your trumpet and you actually play on your tongue and a lip. Let's see if I can do this. So I'm going to play on my tongue. Hey, low C. I got that. I got this. Yeah. All right. Maybe you don't know that's probably not the best way to play. And then you go weeks and weeks trying to play on your tongue, right? So okay, so you get the idea, right? I mean, eventually you're gonna cap out, and as the music gets higher and more difficult, things aren't gonna go well. So I'm just using this as an example. So then somebody goes, well, use both your lips, and then you put both lips in, and then it's like, it's like starting over, and you kind of go, aha, well, that was easier, right? So, my thing is, a lot of the beginners, they'll do whatever they need to do in order to get that first note, which is usually a low C, and I think anybody can play a low C with almost any embouchure, right? It may not be the best embouchure for you, but you're getting a low C, so in your mind you go, okay, that's the embouchure I'm going to use, right? The accepted placement of the embouchure is top, bottom, even, 50-50. Some people say, 60-40 top. Some people say 60-40 bottom. I think wherever you can get the best sound and to experiment with maybe higher, a little bit lower, maybe a little left, maybe a little right. I know a lot of great players who play low, a lot of great players who play high. Excellent players play a little bit left, a little bit right. That doesn't seem to matter as much. One of the common problem areas is try not to play on the red part of your lip, so that the rim, right, the rim being this part, okay, the width of the rim there, doesn't solely sit on the red part of your lip, right? I don't know, can you see that? Something like this, all right, where the red part is not in the cup, right? And this bottom part too. Try to get both your lips inside the cup, generally, right? But maybe you can get a great sound on the red part. But I to this day, I haven't really seen anybody really excel like a professional up in the upper range without getting kind of a thin, squeaky sound or having problems elsewhere, right? But that's not to say you can't play like that, because you can, right? But we're always searching, I think, myself included, for the best way or the best position for the lips. So the other things generally that you don't want to do are puff, right? And get air pockets, right? Now, I know Dizzy Gillespie sounded great and amazing with the puffy cheeks, right? But generally it's accepted that you don't want to do that, right? But if you play great and you puff your cheeks, leave it. You know who am I to say change when you can sound like Dizzy Gillespie? I would say go with that. But generally you start with no air. So you try not to puff out here or down here, right? Right? Any of that. But like I said, if you do puff and you play great and have no problem, leave it, right? A lot of my students, they'll be playing and they'll say, well, is that right? And I'll go, does it sound good? Is it easy? And they go, yeah, then it's right. Leave it. But it's always the experimentation. But I think in general, if you don't puff here or blow out your cheeks, it'll generally be easier and the air will be directed in a more efficient manner. Okay? So try not to play on the red. Try not to puff your cheeks. Try not to do anything that seems awkward or unnecessary movement. Some people roll in their chops and they play amazing. Some people say, I can't do that. Some people, roll their chops out and can do that. They pucker. It's all up to us. Does it sound good? Is it comfortable? Are you able to play, generally easy? I guess if you're just starting trumpet, it's not going to be that easy, but, whatever works. We're all different, right? But those are some of the main, no-nos, I guess, as far as embouchures concerned. One thing that has been helping me is I've been doing some lead pipe buzzing, and when I do that, it tends to put my lips in the most efficient position for me. This has been working for me. So I'll take out the tuning slide, and I've done this in another video, but if you can see this, I just put my lips in the mouthpiece, comfortable, relax, take a breath, and just blow. I'm not necessarily trying to buzz. And then when I place the mouthpiece in the horn, the turbulence, the compression all stimulate the lips, and it's like the horn is playing for me, which was amazing kind of eye-opener when I started to try to set my embouchure in a more efficient manner. And at that point, they just kind of go where they need to go. It's a little difficult to explain. It's better to check it out and do it for yourself. But experiment. Try different things. Whatever works. Everybody's different, right? So hopefully that helps and doesn't confuse you more, because sometimes I feel like I'm getting really confused and then I have too much brain in my game, and I just break it down. I blow in the mouthpiece, play lead pipe, make it sound good, and just go from there. Okay? All right. Hopefully that helps, and thanks for watching.